So we can definitely do some healing chamber work. I'm
So let's officially begin, because as you know, I'm making videos out of these Zoom recordings. So they are all on my YouTube channel, so you can go back and see them. So this one will be titled Holographic Energy and Holographic Healing. Healing focuses on the aspect of that we are living in a holographic reality, that when you look at yourself, you are not only a part of your earth self, you are also part of your multidimensional self. So you have to look at the healing process from this point, that if you want to heal yourself, you have to heal the past and present. And then there's, of course, the future, which we are also using in holographic healing, specifically when we are healing the planet. So we visualize a future planet and bring it into the present, or we visualize ourselves as future self, as already the rejuvenated self, healed self, and bring that image on top of us. So you can look at the past as images. So you could, let's say, we work with past life healing, and you would like to heal a specific past life, you're gonna give it an image. That image, it's like a Akashic archive. In that one image is the entire story. So we work with images, with visualization, because the images, they are also in the subconscious. So I have here a little diagram, which shows you the multidimensional self. The triangle is your consciousness. This is what you are conscious of. This is your total self, multidimensional self. And you are here on top of the consciousness. This is what you're conscious of. All this is unconscious and subconscious, layers and layers. So when we want to heal that human self in the now, we have to take in consideration that there might be trauma in the past, which is still attached to the present self. And so we need to drop it off so we can unify. So in the holographic healing, you heal the past by dropping off the attachment to the trauma, whether it's on personal and planetary level. And then we are able to unify, because we can't unify as humanity until everybody heals their trauma and drops it off, because these are creating the blocks in the unification effort. Let me go over my notes and see if I got it all. So the noosphere collects all these images. Whatever we are going through as humanity, it's all collected in the noosphere. And we are letting go, we are healing, like letting go of the traumas. And so that's like falling out. It's like if the noosphere is doing that, it's a task on computer, the defragmentation, right? You let go of the blocks and you are one step closer to unification. So that's what the noosphere constantly doing, and that's why we are creating the new images and projecting them into the noosphere. so she can use it to come closer to unification. Now that ring of ascension, which is the energy ring around the planet where all the ascended masters are gathering, it was placed there as a healing light for the planet, so it can release the old trauma and come closer to unification. And in a future, once we raise our frequency, we will be able to see the ring of ascension as ring of light. We can't see it yet, but we will. So everything is moving forward to higher resolution, which is why we are creating the image of the higher evolutionary being and bringing it into the now. So you create the image, whether it's the higher evolutionary being or the future higher evolutionary planet, you create an image and bring it into the now, right? And in between that, so you can say, it is here, it is now. Yet at the same time, there is an evolutionary journey towards it, which the planet or we will be walking through. But our job is to hold the final destination here and now. That's called unification. So when we travel to Starship Athena, the first time we always travel up the corridor. Once you've been there once, then you can always just start project. Just think yourself there. Have you been there with us, Francine?
I have.
You've
right.
been? Well,
and I've been there on my own too, following your instructions, and said, well, what am I doing here?
Yeah. Well, let's go through the corridor. I think it will be helpful. So focus on your physical body, and the light body is anchored at the base of the spinal column. So we will be leaving with the etheric body, also called the light body. So start spiraling up out of the physical body, and you are entering the corridor which connects us with Starship Athena. And here in the corridor, we meet Juliano and Helio-ah. Juliano and Helio-ah have beautiful eyes. Look into them. And they are twin flames. They are androgynous. They look alike. You can say they are the higher evolutionary human being. They are also called ballet dancers because in higher dimensions, you don't need muscles. You create with your thought. So that's why the male and the female part of the oneself, which we call twin self, the body look alike because there's no need for the man to be masculine and to lift heavy things. So they are twin flames, they are companions, and they are co-workers. They are one androgynous being. And we are traveling up the corridor, and we step on the ship. And here there are a few options for us to go to. There's the personal healing room, there's the group healing room, and there is the Planetary Healing Theater. So we're gonna go through it briefly. I'm just gonna show you what you can do here. And then we do a meditation in the Planetary Healing Theater. So step into your healing room and here is a reclining chair and you sit into it and you tilt it down so you are in a horizontal position. So you are on a table which is able to spin. On your right, you have 3 buttons. The first activates the spin. The middle increases the speed. And on the far right, it's a very high speed. So press the button and start spinning off. And you are here in your etheric body, throwing off any lower frequencies, any attachment to any trauma. Increase the speed and you are spinning very, very fast, throwing off everything that's not for your highest good in the now. And of course, Helio-ah is here with us. This is your personal holographic healing room. It will look the way you want it to look like. Above you is a circular light, and through that light, multicolored light is coming down, which is designed specifically for you, for your need. So bring the speed of the spin down, slowing down, slowing down. And now you can turn it off. And once you stop spinning, you can feel into this multicolored light streaming down, engulfing and tangling your etheric body, your light body, and filling up all the space that was created by throwing off that old stuff. Now fill yourself up. And now you could go and leave the corridor if you wanted to. Whenever you come here, ask for assistance. You can do it before you go to bed and let them do it at night. So now bring the chair into the sitting position, and in front of you is a timeline. In front of you is the now, toward the left is your past, toward the right is your future. And there is a circular button, and you tune it, and you bring it into the past, sensing where there is trauma, where there is unresolved energy. Often it may be something that unfolded between you and another person. So you would go to the past and set it at a specific point and give it an image that will represent all that energy stored in the trauma. So let's say that your grandfather got angry with you, or smacked you on your ass, and you are still didn't get over it. So this is just a silly example. So you would give it an image. And then with your present day's ability to understand that your grandfather was a lovely being, that day he just had a bad day, nothing, he didn't really mean it. He couldn't help himself. And just by changing your viewpoint, because you remember you are a multidimensional being, and this was just one moment in one of the lives on Earth in third dimension. So from this viewpoint, you can just simply say, okay, I'm done. I attached this, that cord of attachments, I just put it out, and And so that's how you heal your past. So you can come here again and again and work on your lives. And this could be, of course, past life. So you may not remember a lifetime which was traumatizing for you, but you may have a memory that you was burnt at a stake. So you can create an image of being burnt at a stake, and this image represents the entire past life. And you can heal it right there. Now, let's go to the future. And this is what we are working with in our Zoom meetings. We are creating the image of the higher evolutionary being. So you can say that when you turn the dial to the right, there will be the higher evolutionary being. It will be a whole bunch of them, like pearls on a string. And you bring one of those images into the now and imprint it in the now with intention to speed the self-healing project or self-rejuvenation project. So this is what you can do in your personal healing room. Now let's get up, and we are walking into the hallway, and we step into the blue healing room. And this room is dedicated for group healings. We have been here in the past where we as a group sat in a circle and was bathing in the blue healing light. And now let's proceed to the amphitheater. This is Planetary Healing Amphitheater. It's a beautiful room. You take your seat. And in front of us is a screen. Visualize planet Earth on this screen. We call it the blue jewel. And split it in two images, and the one on the left represents the present time Earth, which is foundation for the one on the right for the future Earth. And the future Earth, that's the desired destination. That's the thought form we are creating, which we want to bring into the now. We want these two images to merge. But first, let's look at them. So the one on the left, look at the planetary aura. It has rifts in it, which are caused by space-time experiment. It's also the electromagnetic frequencies are causing rifts. And so there are holes, you know, the nuclear explosions, they can cause rifts also. So there are rifts in aura, there's pollution, there are wars, people are divided, there are fires, and the separation. The polarization is bigger than ever before. And on the right is the future Earth. It also has aura, and this aura is whole and complete, and it is emitting light. There's this fifth-dimensional light. Everything is thriving. The biosphere is thriving. The humanity is thriving. Humanity is living in peace, compassion, creativity, joy. And now let's look at the future Earth moving in front of the past one, which is the foundation for the future. And now they are blending, they are merging. The future is in the now. The future is in the now. We know that. We hold that frequency. Because we know that time, space doesn't really exist. So we are able to hold that vision that the future is now. The time and the planet is already healed. And of course, the planet and humanity will walk its evolutionary path toward it. But because the time is really illusion, we are shortening the journey. It will be to each human individuality, how far the journey gonna be. And now let go of the vision of those two planets and see yourself as if you see yourself in a mirror. And that's your now self, which is foundation for the future self, which now appears right next to it. And the future self, this image we are now creating, this thought field, represents the you, where you are healed, rejuvenated, happy, balanced. Your mind is healed. You understand that you are a multidimensional being. You are the one self. You are the Son of God, one with everybody. The happy, joyous self, emitting light, androgynous self. You have unified with your twin flame. You are one. You are an ascended master. You have great psychic abilities. You are able to biolocate. You communicate with nature, with animals. And bring that image on top of the foundational self. And now they are one. They are in the now. The future is here. You are embodying your future self. And let go of the image. And we are still sitting in the amphitheater, and we get up and we are walking toward the corridor, stepping down, stepping in and traveling down. Traveling down, you are hovering above your physical body, and with your intention, you intend that you would like to enter in perfect alignment with the physical body, mental body, and emotional body, which have been already adjusting, because remember, you are a holographic. You are in a holographic energy, a reality. You are a multidimensional self, which is holographic in its natural state. So all that healing already was transpiring, and now you enter in perfect alignment into these three bodies which have been shifting, and you are here and now, fully present, unified. So do you have any questions?
I had some resistance right at the end to merge myself, my future self here.
You didn't want to come back, huh?
There was some resistance that said that's not possible to do that, you know? So I just said, okay.
Yeah.
I have to accept that.
Why wouldn't it be possible to come back into the physical body?
That was still up in the room, in that last room. Yeah, I just brought myself in.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay. There's that part of me that says, I can accept it. It doesn't feel real yet to me. You know.
Well, because you are multidimensional, you are there in each of these rooms. You are everywhere right now.
Yeah, stretch it. Stretch the brain. It's the ascended master side of us. Yeah, because we can be in both places, and we can be with those that need us. Yeah. And wherever they are.
So as we are doing this for ourselves, as we are stretching our multidimensional brain, expanding into these concepts, we are then sharing ourselves with the wider collective and projecting that into the new sphere. So everything is affected. Everybody can receive it as an image. And it goes beyond the new sphere. So Juliano said there's 5,000 inhabitable planets in our galaxy, and there's billion of galaxies in our universe. So there could be lots of planets that are in third dimension going through what we are going through, and we are able to share this with them because we are holographic, because we are interconnected, because our subtle self can stretch throughout the omniverse and be one with everything. And vice versa, we are able to receive from them any of their positive experiences with Ascension and how to overcome the polarity and unify. Now bring that in.
And that's what it is about, being open to everything.
Yeah.
If we're spiritually open,
yeah.
if we're etherically open,
yeah.
we receive from all the dimensions that we can touch and that we are a part of.
Yeah.
5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Yeah. And the light just fills us. The light is with us.
Yeah.
And you're right about being able to be with people, and you don't have to be in the physical, right? You are with people in the etheric, in your light body, right? And that's a wide area that you can be there, and you can help.
Yeah.
Right? You can interact. You can communicate.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. So it's a bilocation, right? So you bilocate and you are there. At the same time, you are at the bridge of how much energy you project to the final destination. So if you project 95% energy into the final destination, you will be visible and you can interact. If you project only 50%, then you are just observing. It's like remote viewing. You are 50% here, 50% there, not enough to be seen. I don't know how the percentage is. I'm just giving an example. That's the beauty of that everything is here and now at the same time. You are traveling toward it.
Thank you, Ariana.
Thank you all.